happy for you if you become successful doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some artists, if they ever, make it, they'll fuck it, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So the people who really, represent the city, who really just pulling from where you're from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be proud about where you're from.
You see, I'm Southside reppin', big foot steppin'. Zone 3 section is God flow perfection. Hating on the church like I ain't blessed they section. If we ain't talking money, I got a weak connection. That's on the hood. She said get a bag, so I get it, got it good. Don't complain about my problems, I just put it in a wood. Seen a genie the other day, she said make it good. So I wish for good health, then I wish to look. It's chief, not lieutenant.
All right, another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. We got BOKACHI in the building.
What up?
How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. It's good to have you here. So we've had some off the mic conversations that I think it sounds like you got some fairly strong opinions and great ideas and a good marketing mind. So let's discuss. The first thing I want to get into is just, I know you're an artist. Is that first?
Well, yes.
Being an artist is first.
I'm a creative,
Yeah.
right? So everything comes from the creative mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once you understand why you do what you do, you know what I'm saying, you can branch off. But
Yeah.
it all starts from the creativity.
So essentially, like, that's what you would like to do.
But
as a
jack of all trades, like
Yeah,
everybody else. You
for
know what
sure,
I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
But you have to be in this day and age. It's like
You definitely do.
the age of the entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Especially with this online world, there's no, you can't be tied down anymore.
Yeah.
There's no excuses. It's all there. All the resources are there for you.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's not a ton of money in music itself.
No, that's
Like
why
music
you have
alone.
to. You gotta branch out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, there is in good music. Good music will always be profitable.
For sure, there is. I guess what I mean is like streaming, because even like someone like Drake, that's probably where he makes the least. He still makes a ton of money streaming, but that's
Right.
probably where he makes the least amount of his money.
Right.
Is in streaming.
Right.
Because the DSPs pay out bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, but even a guy like Drake, he's a different case because he's top tier.
Right.
Like the top tier artists get the bulk
Yeah.
of the money
Yep.
for good reason because they make quality music.
Yep.
So, but for independents, it's a tough haul. You know what I'm
is.
saying? But
And everybody's trying to do it.
yes, but you can, be successful as an independent. To me, if you can clear 100,000 a year, you're successful
That's
as an
great.
independent.
Shit,
You know what I'm
50
saying?
50,000.
50 to 100,000.
30,000. I mean,
But
bro,
you understand what
I
I'm
know
saying?
exactly what you're saying, for
But
sure.
Like as an independent,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
If you
That-
if you can sustain a comfortable life off of your passion
Yes.
and entrepreneurship,
Yes.
you are winning.
Exactly.
For
That's
sure.
the whole point. That's
Yep.
the whole thing. You know,
Yep.
you have to. It's about building a life
Yeah.
instead of like chasing the bag. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yep.
If you do what you love, nothing's going to feel like a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be dedicated to the work.
Yep.
So, being an entrepreneur is the opportunity to fulfill whatever dreams you have,
Yeah.
whatever aspirations you have.
Yep.
It's
So you're from Minnesota,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
What part of Minnesota are you from?
Shit, man. I
Just
went to-
Minnesota? Twin Cities?
I went to Wayzata High School way
Okay.
back in the day. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But
Hey,
I'm in Golden Valley right now. But
you still go to Golden Valley High School?
no. I went to Wayzata High School.
Just trying to help you out.
No,
man.
no.
You just aged yourself talking about
No, it's cool.
Wayzata back in the day.
Back in
No,
the day, I'm a grown man.
But that's
I'm
my next question though.
yeah,
So
I'm-
like, when did your career as an artist start?
okay, like 16 years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've been doing this for a while.
When I was like 27 was the first time I wrote a song. So
Wow.
I'm a song composer, right? I'm a songwriter. So that was the first time I ever wrote a song. Was like 16 years ago, and it just kind of built from there, where I'd be like a hook man for other rappers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what Nate Dogg was kind of.
For sure.
So I did that for a little bit, you know what I'm saying, for guys back in the day. And I just kind of, always thought I could make my own music instead of being like a hook man, you know what I'm saying? So over the years, through time, I'd start writing my own, songs just by listening to instrumentals on
Yeah.
YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I just go work at it. Then, bar by bar, verse by verse, hook by hook, started making songs. You know what I'm saying? And I'd find studios or whatever I could place would have me and start recording. And I was off and running. So first song I did was a cover of Bob Dylan's "Like a Rolling Stone." So if you look at YouTube, you'll see like that's the first thing I did like 11 years ago, and I was like, I did like an R&B version,
Okay.
like a slow, like it's called lo-fi right now, but it's chill
so,
hop.
So a better version.
You want to say
I can't stand Bob Dylan. I think
Really?
Bro, I can't stand him.
I understand. Honestly.
He's a great writer, but he's such a terrible artist. I think he's trash. It's just my
I
opinion.
respect the
Just my-
opinion,
just
but
my
just the his writing. You know what I'm saying?
He's a great writer. Let
Yeah.
somebody else sing that shit.
Right. So I did a version of that. I did my own version, and it kind of took off. And I started doing open mics, and then I did my first original song was called Minnesota Blues.
Okay.
So in my mind, I wanted like a hip hop blues kind of fusion kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like a modern day blues man. You
Yeah.
know, but with like hip hop beats to it. So
For sure.
I did that, and I wrote that out, and that was my open mic song. I'd always perform that.
Yeah.
So.
So I mean, you've seen a lot then, because 16 years ago.
Yes. I've been in the back. You know what I'm saying?
But you've been doing this. I think my point there is not even. I don't think my point is. 16 years ago, that means that you have been making music and in the entertainment industry while the internet has become what it is now.
Yes.
So you
yes.
were there from because
Yes.
16 years ago it wasn't. I was funny because I was on I found an old Facebook page of mine the other day, right?
Mhm.
And do you remember how people used to post on Facebook?
Sure.
Do you remember remember it was typed out remember they had it so it'd say your name and then you would follow it up with what you were doing.
Sure.
So it'd be like Jake is eating at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Bruh. Like a 15-year-old post popped up from my Facebook page.
Really?
As a memory.
Okay.
And I'm like, we used to talk like this on the internet? This is terrible.
Yeah.
So even just that small thing, it was like Jake is hanging out with his family. Like, dog, I typed that?
Well, sure.
I opened my phone up and thought, I'm going to type this.
It was whatever, those are your thoughts at the time.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, though.
But the fact that it can capture
Yep.
those moments, you know what I'm saying, and you can look back at it and you realize time is always the one true thing,
Yeah.
in life is time. It's the constant change of time, you
Yep.
know. And so, the development, technology, everything. 16 years ago, Netflix wasn't around.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So has it benefited you?
Yes.
By,
Now,
by being able to kind of be there along with it?
yes, because I've seen the process.
Yeah.
I've seen how things have developed.
Yeah.
Right. I've seen how Minnesota artists have some they had to move out, be successful. Some stayed here, but it's when you grow with the technology, what I'm saying, it's basically what the whole social media era has become.
Yeah.
You have enough resources to do what you want to do here,
Yeah.
and still branch out nationwide, even worldwide, while you're here.
Yeah.
And when you have enough fan base, I think all you really need, man, is like 20, 30,000 fans. To me.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
if you can get 20, 30,000 fans in a lifetime, you can make a good living as an independent. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
20, 30,000 fans is good. That's great. And I mean, really, essentially, like if you have 20 to 30,000 people that are loyal fans, it's going to grow.
Right.
That's
right.
good. That's going to
Well,
grow.
even if you keep them as a core, you know what I'm saying? Because we're all going to go up and down. But if you can have a nice little core fan base and you're always consistently putting out content, that's what the social media age has really changed the game. Is whoever puts the most content wins. It doesn't even matter about your talent.
Yeah.
It's about your drive to put yourself out there on a consistent basis. And it takes a lot of planning, you know what I'm saying?
You mentioned that some people have had to sort of try and go get motion outside of Minnesota, artists from Minnesota. What are your thoughts on that? You feel like
That's a great move.
Yeah.
There's 10 hip hop scenes
Yep.
in the country.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
You got New Orleans, Memphis, Houston, Atlanta, the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland. You got
Los Angeles,
Chicago, Los Angeles.
Miami,
Yeah, you got Philadelphia,
Philly. Yep.
New York,
New York.
and LA.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's millionaire rappers in each of those states,
Yeah.
scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We're not there, but we can get there if we just emulate the greats.
Yeah.
But it's the work, though. It's
So
the
what are,
work.
what are we doing wrong? What's not happening here that is happening in these 10 other areas?
Well, I think just the dedication,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you got to unify because we're not, we're not that big of a state. You know what I'm saying? As far as talent, and if folks just come together like Avengers and just assemble, there's a lot of superhero talent around here,
For sure.
but we need to assemble like the Avengers
Mm-hmm.
because that's the only way we can win. We can't win playing iso ball.
Can you name me 5 artists in Minnesota right now that you would call superheroes? The quote superheroes that you would like to see kind of
Well, from what my observations,
your perspective.
right? I
what I
know
want.
that John Ray guy.
Mhm.
He's got a voice,
Mhm.
so he can go. He's got a backing, so he's cool.
Yep.
Man, Carson Blue.
Mhm.
I saw her perform. She's a beast. She can go.
I love you, Carson.
My personal favorite is Kiki G.
Okay.
Okay, she's not only an artist, but she's like a real entrepreneur,
Mhm.
and she has.
Seems like a hard worker.
She is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She throws shows. She puts people on. So she's good to go. Taylor J.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the name. I think he moved in.
He's been in LA for a while. I mean, he's back and forth, but I
Right,
think most
but-
of his time is spent in LA.
Taylor J. He's a good one.
I mean, I think he's someone that I think fits the mold of what you were talking about. He probably has that somewhere in the 20 to 50,000
Yeah, and he's
fans.
Good. He's good.
and he's good,
You know
and
what
that's
I'm
part
saying?
of the reason why he doesn't need to be here.
No, he
It's
doesn't.
working. What he's doing is working, and
No.
essentially that's why I asked you the question too, is because like it bothers me when people are like, "Oh, he had to leave to go get more." It's like this is
No.
the only profession where we say this.
Right. I mean,
Nobody's like,
If
he
you-
was in construction here,
I
but
don't
he
know.
moved to LA to do construction,
Right.
and now it's like,
and I'm a student of the game, man. I really am. Like, I don't know if you watched the Genius documentary with Kanye. You know? what
Yeah, I
I'm saying?
did.
He moved to New York.
yeah,
He destroyed everything in Chicago,
yep,
and he was only making $500 a beat.
mm-hmm.
He went to New York. You know why? The best of the best over there.
That's what emotion was.
Right.
Yeah.
As rappers.
Yep.
He was making 40 to 50,000 a
Yeah.
beat.
Yeah,
Just by moving.
The only time I will ever take issue with an artist doing that
Mm.
is if they just completely detach and don't claim it.
Right.
But Taylor is St. Paul, thoroughly St.
Right,
Paul,
right.
and he's out here
Yeah.
repping St.
He's
Paul. So it's
proven,
not. And
right?
Taylor's not the only. Like Reeves Jr. is another one that gets a lot of shit for it. He was just on the show, but he's always been out here repping from Minnesota. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and if you don't, right, it's going to be people not going to be as like excited or
Yeah.
happy for you if you become successful doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some artists, if they ever make it, they'll fuck it. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the people who really represent the city, who really just pulling from where you're from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be proud about where you're from. You know,
Agreed.
there's other people here.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Other people are watching you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And words have power, man. If you say something negative, people are going to, they're not going to like that. They're going to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
If you say something negative about where you're from, that
Mhm.
doesn't make any sense.
but we do
Everybody-
that so much.
It
man.
just it doesn't make any sense.
Every day it's some new
And-
shit about something's wrong with Minnesota. Or
Yeah.
this is what's wrong with y'all. Or
Yeah,
this is
and,
why we can't win. It's like,
we
just
have to
shut the
shift
fuck
that
up.
kind of thinking because it's prevalent and it just snowballs.
Yeah,
But I'm about the power of positive thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And if you can just focus on the people who are actually doing it,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to worry about the negativity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Chicago and Detroit, that's not far from here, right?
Yep.
But they're top 10 rappers over there.
Yeah.
There's top 10 hip hoppers over there.
Mm-hmm.
You can learn from, Atlanta. All these people, they work together. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to find common ground. Everybody's trying to make it, fam.
Yeah. Let's just not get Minnesota wrapped up in a RICO case. For the love of God.
You know what I'm saying? That's, man, it doesn't even have to be that serious. You know what I'm saying? As far as just being independent and sticking to how it's already been done. People have been successful. Being independent. You know what I'm saying? And
no, we like you said, man, we can do it here, and we have the talent here. It is all here, and you're right. And it's funny because I had stopped. I had started giving pushback on the whole unity thing because I felt like that was just being used as an excuse. But now I'm starting to understand a little better what that means. And I think I've come back to the pack on that. Like, yes, unity is important. But I do the one thing that I don't like is I feel like we jump on these topics, these subjects, and we beat them into the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
but that's social
let's
media.
stop talking about
You know
unity and just unite.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you give people the content, then they'll move on to something else.
Yeah.
And the thing about your show is you're providing content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Giving new people or just people something new to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Something new, new issues, new topics. That Kendrick Lamar. It's a topic, right?
Yep.
He just came out. He's a polarizing figure. Some people like him, some people don't.
Yeah.
You still have to respect the art. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because at the end of the day, that's what people put out. You know what I'm saying? It's a product, but at the end, it's still art. And
I mean, that's a hot topic, and I know this is we're in Minnesota and everything, but like, how did you feel about Kendrick's album?
I think it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's a masterpiece. I'm not even a fan of him like that. You know what I'm saying? But this one I took a listen to because he hasn't been around for 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. So I figured, what kind of artist are you after 5 years? And
that's kind of why I was disappointed, actually.
Okay.
Because,
well,
so my favorite.
What did you think about it?
So my favorite Kendrick album is Damn.
Okay.
Yep. I thought Damn was.
You got a Pulitzer for that.
I'm saying it was
top notch.
Was Pulitzer for Damn? I thought he got that for.
It was for Damn.
I thought that was To Pimp a Butterfly.
I thought it was for Damn. It could be. I mean, I could be wrong. I thought it was for Damn.
Well, now you got me double.
Well, we could double. I'm saying I thought it was for Damn, but
you might be right.
He's got a Pulitzer.
But that's my favorite album, and then he disappeared. And I'm a huge Kendrick fan.
Right,
I'm huge.
saying
and so the comeback, I was.
I honestly think he didn't even want to.
Bro, I had been saying for 5 years that he's done. He's retired. I've said I'm on record
Jake,
many times saying
he won.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. But this is the fans, just like come
so
on,
for me, and I said it on Facebook. I made a post. Some
Yeah.
people didn't like it. I got a lot of people agreeing with me. The problem is people want to take everything out of context, right? The context for me in that post was, I view Kendrick as a legend. He could never have released this album. He is solidified in his position.
He won.
Solidified as one of the greatest ever. So it wasn't, I don't like this album.
Right.
This album is better than most people's albums.
Right. But you understand. It's hard.
I had a little bit.
It's hard to top.
I had a little bit higher of
that.
an expectation.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
But
it's like
really hard to top.
Right.
Those previous.
I wanted a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10.
But to me,
and I
the
felt like I
album's
got a
like
7.
Watching the play, reading the book, and watching the movie at the same time.
Yeah, I
You
think
know what
also
I'm saying?
timing.
Yeah.
Timing, like it dropped literally right when it started to be like 70, 80 degrees out.
I mean,
it's not that kind of album.
No,
it ain't.
not.
It's not a. It's not a.
No, but it's a Kendrick album. You know what I'm saying? And
he's great. He's phenomenal. He's one of the greatest.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, the writing and the messaging, always going to be there for Kendrick.
But the flow,
always
the flow, how he switches his cadence.
His flow is fine. The flow of the album is what I didn't like.
Oh, okay. All
it's
right.
like okay, I'm into. It was like a
two album con.
Yeah, but for me, even if you play it as one, it's like all right, I'm really into this.
Right.
And then it's a.
Right, but that's life. Sometimes it's up and down.
It is, but my regular life is enough up and down. I don't need that from Kendrick.
I respect it, though.
But like I said, man, the messaging is always there.
Right.
Like it's like there's nothing on the album that I'm like, what is he talking about? It's everything is like,
right. But
damn, the introspect is crazy.
That's what separates the greats.
So for me, it was I'm separating the music from the how do I say it? The music from the project itself.
Okay.
The music is great.
Right.
The project as a whole,
Right.
for me,
Was underwhelming to you.
it was not even underwhelming. It was disappointing because it's
Okay.
not exactly what I wanted.
It was not. You didn't meet your expectations.
Exactly.
Okay.
It has grown on me though. Since I made
Right.
that post, it has
And
grown on me.
That's the thing. It's like a book.
Yeah.
You can set it aside.
Yep.
Come back to it.
Yep.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah. I
That's-
might
you know
have
what
to come.
I'm saying?
I might have to come back to it when winter
Yeah.
when winter comes back around. I might
Right.
feel a little
I'm
different.
saying, but there's I'm like whatever song he said. I can't please everybody.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite tracks
Yeah,
on there.
for
because
sure.
It's the truth.
Yes, absolutely.
You
true.
can't please everybody. You're not going to.
You're not going to please.
You know what I'm saying?
99% of people.
But you still do what you do.
Of
You know what
course.
I'm saying?
Of
And
course.
I respect this show, man.
So I appreciate it.
Oh,
Let's
go
talk
ahead.
about the merch a little bit. I want to
Yeah.
talk about the merch. It seems like you kind of got a cool movement with the merch. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
This is
You got the camera. You can show it to the camera. Show everything to the camera.
all right. This is my logo. You know what I'm saying? It's a BOKACHI B. It's a Minnesota company. That's why Minnesota's in it.
Yep. Love it.
And, it came from Minnesota Blues. That was the first.
Pull that mic up towards you a little bit, just so
Oh.
they catch. There we go.
Sorry,
There
came
we
from Minnesota Blues. This is like the first song one of the first songs I wrote. And T Mike Beats, he helped me design some of the cover art. And I just asked him if can he put like a B, the B he used for Minnesota Blues for the shirts, and boom, that's my logo. So
Okay. And so all of these shirts,
all these are my songs.
different designs, all
Right,
your
different
songs.
So I have like 6 singles
Okay.
streaming right now.
Got you.
So this is a song, it's an Afrobeat song. I don't know if you're familiar with the genre, but
Very recently introduced. Yeah.
yeah, so I never did an Afrobeat song before.
Okay.
So I met up with Tone T-Lace Shannon,
Yep.
great engineer.
Yep. For sure.
And
One
we
of the
built a
best.
song from scratch.
Wow.
From scratch.
Dope.
And this was the result. So I got a whole
So you basically, essentially, we probably don't want to go through all the shirts. It'll take us a long time, but essentially, you made merch for each one of your kind of like singles.
So, essentially, yes. And I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Put this out. But every song that I do, I try to put merch with it. You know what I'm saying? So then I have other shirts, designs, as far as got the same thing on.
Yep.
But I find models on Instagram.
Yep.
I find models on OnlyFans. I'm not ashamed to admit I respect.
You're a subscriber.
I respect the business. It's a mom and pop business. You got to respect small businesses.
For
So,
sure.
I partner up with models, and I can make graphic tees out of that stuff. So
That's
then
dope.
I just have like sayings, that I think are cool. Oops, sorry. And I could make a song for them later. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the sayings.
So that's like a.
Pay a pimp, like it's like a saying one of my poker friends like to
Yeah.
say when they win. So
Okay.
that's an expression.
Okay.
Another one is here's pay the lady. It's just different stuff, man.
Got it.
This is one of my streetwear design right here. This is Atos. This is always truth of self, and it's also soda backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And 84. I don't know if you know who 84 is, but yeah, it's like
Super
Michael
freak.
Jordan.
Super freak.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. So I create a website, put it all on there,
Okay.
put it up for sale.
What's the website?
It's going to be BOKACHI Inc. BOKACHIInc.com. That's going to be the website, and every artist should have a website. You know
For
what
sure.
I'm saying? I'm sure you guys, when you guys get up and rolling.
We got one. We just don't really promote that. Go that.
Yeah,
way.
but I'm saying
We
you
got
guys can be like the lyrical lemonade of Minnesota. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You've interviewed everybody. You know what I'm saying? You might as well start making videos. I don't know if you have that option, but there's a lot of artists here who.
Oh, we've been doing. Yeah, we got our Live from the Streets series. And we're about to launch the Live from the Booth series. So yeah,
Yeah, but man, like
my producer Chief. That's how he started.
what?
Little Chief on the track. That's what he did, shooting videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, damn.
He shot all your favorite local artists. He shot them all.
Well, y'all can do that again with these artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like putting that option together, because it's content. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And you can bring them back when they have new projects.
We've been doing it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You
know,
missed out, bro. We just did one with Carson Blue.
Well, there you go. Well, she's a beast, man. You know what I'm saying?
We shoot them out on at the intersection,
Right.
right on Lake Street in front of the police station.
Like, Lyrical Milliman has like 29 million subscribers on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All you guys got to do is just make videos for all the artists. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Make some kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? And this is hard work. I know it is.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And
It is.
it's also very important. And to breed competitors eventually. That's what you want. You want other people to make podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you guys are ahead of the pack. I salute y'all for what y'all doing. It's a positive thing.
Yeah.
And try not to burn yourselves out. You know what I'm saying?
I already did that once.
Because it comes so fast. But you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pace yourself.
For sure.
You've been doing good.
Well,
And,
by the time they're watching this, I'm in Florida. Relaxed. Don't text me. Don't call me.
vacation.
Yeah.
I got an album coming out in
Okay.
6 days?
Okay. What's the
The Minnesota Songman. That's the
What day is today? Today is the 24th.
exactly the
May-
24th.
May 24th.
May 24th. It's
Okay.
going to be available on all platforms. It's a 16-track project. I wrote, arranged, produced, composed all the songs, and it's almost like a 20-year history in 16 songs. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as like my love for hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, as a consumer, I just decided to just make all the songs that I've truly cared about and held over the years, and the fact that I can release it independently is the greatest feeling in the world.
That's
you know
dope.
what I mean?
So
And
kind of a representation of your journey.
yes,
Very dope.
yes, the Minnesota Songman. That's that's my moniker. The Melody King, futuristic R&B, soulful OG. I mean, I've been calling stuff. Just I'm a melody man. You know, what I'm saying?
You got some monikers out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to, I want to represent people older than 35, 38, 40. I'm in my 40s, man. And the fact that you can still be an artist on your own independently, it's the greatest feeling. You know what I'm saying? I implore, because I'm not the smartest in the world, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how everything works, but I know if I learn something, I can put it up, that if I can do it, you know what I'm saying, you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can do more than one thing, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And whatever you want to do in life, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't want to grow old with regrets.
Yeah.
Because this shit goes like that. 20 years. Like, 2000, the year 2000 was 22 years ago?
Yep.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? So
It is.
you just got to get in where you fit in. And, can I show this?
So normally I would have ended the episode with our give him some game segment, but I think you jumped over it and just gave him some game
Oh, yeah,
anyways. But yeah,
I
show him
wanna-
that.
I want to motivate, I want to inspire.
I'm motivated.
You know what I'm saying? This is a one piece. I don't know if you're Banksy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. They can't hear you though. You got talking to
Oh,
them.
I don't know. Banksy, this is like a BOKACHI piece. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, this is an original piece that, so it's going to be, I put it up for auction, because I feel like I'm one of the greatest artists out here that, I'm going to, do some good things. It's all about positivity at the end of the day. And if you can put out positivity, positive things should happen to you. You know what I'm saying? And positive things are happening to you guys. You created a platform.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you guys going to get hate, and that just comes with the territory.
We're doing all right out here.
But, I'm just saying.
Let 'em hate.
I see it out.
Let 'em hate.
I see it, but, man, just keep on doing what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just trying to, I'm active.
Yep.
There's like 3 generations of active artists, you in your 20s, 30s, 40s. As long as you're active, independently doing something, always, providing something. So you can, check me out on BOKACHI Dufrane, Facebook, Instagram.
Spell it for him.
Oh.
I mean, it'll be on the screen right now.
Right.
Spell it anyways.
BOKACHI Dufrane, DUFRANE.
Okay.
It's from Shawshank.
And that's you everywhere.
Yeah, that's me everywhere. That's me
We'll
everywhere.
find you everywhere.
You can find me everywhere, and I'm here to help. You know what I'm saying? I want to offer my services. If anybody's interested in working, I'm open to work. Not in like a color like features kind of stuff, but just more on like a consulting kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want people to win at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
We win together. Everybody.
Damn, what it? In high school, I let it blam, what it? I wasn't playing, what it? I'm coming straight out the south. Hey, genius, best watch your mouth. When I put up on PNB, right, that ain't he come out. You moving ounces, I just moved 100 things in a drought. You want the south side, outside the fence of your house. You talking all that, then wanna come talk it out. If you ain't talking money, you talking about. I gives a